And I will make one statement, and that is the fact that I recognize that you don't want us doing this, but I understand. But I also recognize that we have a large percentage of people that are unemployed, and I know that Mike's Steakhouse, which is a business that you own, you aren't hiring a lot of these people. And I also recognize that each and every day we have individuals from other countries that aren't necessarily looking to buy or to take manufacturing companies or our aviation companies, but they are looking for those opportunities to take whatever business that they can possibly get and ask us to ship them over to some other country, whether it be Mexico or whether it be China or any place in the entire world. They want that opportunity. And what we're saying is we want individuals here in the city of Wichita to be able to have these jobs and to be able to manufacture these parts here inside of the city of Wichita and even within our region, which is beneficial to us. So I understand what you're saying, but we're also looking at the other things that are happening in America. And the rest of America is doing whatever they can possibly do to be able to get whatever type of business that they can possibly get, even to include the things that you're asking us not to do. They're sitting there and saying, you know, give us that opportunity, we'll do it. And so we have to pay attention to what's happening with the rest of the world. And we talk about the incentives. Other companies, other cities, they're providing them. And if we don't stay in the game and do whatever is necessary to be able to protect our jobs, protect our citizens, then we're going to lose out on this entire thing. So times are changing. 20 years ago, individuals weren't even thinking of providing incentives for various different corporations. And now it appears that every place that we go, we're seeing that everyone's doing it, to include the much larger cities that are financially doing well. And I know that you don't like to hear this, but that's a reality of things. The dynamics and the field that we all have to play on is continuing to change, and it has changed in the past 50 years, it's changed in the past 20 years, and it's changed in the past 10 years. So I hope that when you're looking that you're looking at everything in the much larger picture than just that one small portion that you see today that provides you with an opportunity and the answers to the questions that you may have. Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the next item.
Mayor, we need to take a vote on this item.
Oh, okay. We have this one item here, Councilwoman Miller.
Yes, and I just would like to follow on with your comments, Mayor, that, you know, last week, none of us took the time to refute some of the comments made about the Broadview Hotel, simply because it's not a productive use of time. But there were a number of factual errors in terms of the amounts of, quote, cash or money that the city is putting into the Broadview. Just even the mention of Star Bonds, for example. Star Bonds money doesn't go to the Broadview Hotel, and there were a number of other things. So if we wanted to spend time on it, we could go through all these incentives and talk about what they support and what they don't support, but it's really not a productive use every meeting to go through these. So I'm not going to do that again today, but I just wanted to mention that just because somebody stands up at the podium and says something here at the council meeting doesn't make it truth or fact. We don't always take the time to correct everything that's said. Secondly, there's also comments made, it makes it sound like we don't have an economic development policy, that somebody, the staff or city council members, just pick and choose some different companies and offer incentives to them. We have a policy. Companies apply. If they qualify, they qualify. If they don't qualify, they don't get them. The ones that don't qualify never make it up here to the bench. And those are the ones that don't meet the return on investment. They don't meet the other criteria. In terms of this one or any others not making a return, you can quote studies done by any university you want to that say that in theory they don't. We can quote studies that show that they do, but the university here in town, for which we rely on for much of our research, does in fact show, and it's shown in the green sheet, what the return to the city is on these investments. And so I can't let it just be said that we willy-nilly choose one business over another business and don't do any kind of research on these. We do, and those that don't qualify don't get the incentives, and those that do come before us and are approved.